This is a story of power, humility, and protection beyond human reach.
I will destroy the Kaaba, and no one will stop me.
A city threatened by the might of men, yet preserved by the will of Allah. Long before the messenger walked the earth, Mecca stood as a sanctuary. The Kaaba, at the heart of the city, was a place of gathering, devotion, and peace. Travelers arrived from distant lands seeking blessings and guidance. But far away, a great army was forming. Elephants led the charge, their tusks adorned with iron and chains. Soldiers adjusted shields and weapons. The sound of drums echoed across the desert, and the horizon trembled under the weight of their march. This is the story of Surah Al-Fil. Abraha al-Ashram was the governor of Yemen. He had built a grand cathedral, a monument of stone and pride. He sought to divert the pilgrims of Arabia, to make his sanctuary rival the Kaaba. But when the tribes ignored his temple and continued their pilgrimage to Mecca, rage consumed him. He swore to destroy the Kaaba itself, to erase its honor from the hearts of men.
Prepare the army. Let the elephants lead. If their sanctuary draws men's hearts, then I will bring it to the ground.
And so he gathered tens of thousands of soldiers and towering elephants, the likes of which Arabia had never seen. The earth trembled beneath their steps. Clouds of dust rose behind them as they marched north toward Mecca. The people of Mecca trembled at the news. Never before had such a force approached their city. Many left their homes and fled to high lands for protection. The leader, Abdul Mutalib, the grandfather of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, rose above the fear that gripped his people. He was known for his dignity, wisdom, and faith. And when Abraha's army camped near the city, Abdul Mutalib chose to meet him face to face.
Why do you trouble me?
I come regarding 200 of my camels that your soldiers have taken.
I thought you would plead for your sacred house, your Kaaba. Yet you speak only of your camels.
I am the owner of the camels. The house has an owner. He will protect it himself.
We'll see about that. Now go and leave me in peace.
That night, Abdul Mutalib returned to Mecca. He gathered his people and told them to take refuge in the hills. Then he stood before the Kaaba, hands raised in supplication.
O Allah, protect your house from those who wish it harm. Its sanctity is yours alone.
When dawn broke, Abraha ordered his army forward. The drum sounded, the dust rose, and the command was given. But the lead elephant refused to move. They struck him, coaxed him, pulled his chains, yet he would not advance toward the Kaaba. When turned toward Yemen, he walked. When turned toward Mecca, he knelt. And then it came. From the heavens, an unseen army descended. Small birds, each carrying stones of baked clay, guided by the command of Allah. They swooped down upon the army. The stones struck with force unseen, piercing armor, burning flesh, shattering arrogance. Panic erupted. Elephants turned on their handlers. Soldiers ran in terror, trampled underfoot. The proud banners of Abraha fell to the sand. Abraha himself was struck. His flesh burned and blistered. His pride turned to horror. He fled south, wounded and broken, his army in ruins behind him. One by one, his men fell across the desert, fevered, disfigured, helpless. The great general who once commanded elephants now rode alone, barely alive. By the time he reached Sana'a, his body gave way to death. His ambition had led him to ruin. The army was gone. Not one soldier remained to tell the tale in pride. The Kaaba stood unharmed, its sanctity preserved by the will of Allah. The people of Mecca spoke of the miracle for generations. They knew. No wall, no sword, no army could protect what only Allah can guard. And decades later, after the birth of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, Allah revealed a surah to remind mankind of that day.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول.
These words, Surah Al-Fil, became a timeless sign of divine protection, a reminder that pride perishes and faith prevails. The lesson of the elephant endures. Power is fleeting. Protection lies not in strength, but in trust. When arrogance rises, remember the army that fell before the smallest of Allah's creations. When fear grips the heart, remember that no force can overcome the will of the Almighty. Stand firm, be humble, and trust in Allah. For the one who protected his house will protect those who walk in his path. Some victories are not won by men, but by faith. Surah Al-Fil is a call to humility, a reminder that pride fades, but the will of Allah remains eternal. Thank you for watching. We hope this story inspired and touched your heart. Remember to like and subscribe to help us in making more video just like this. Once again, thank you.